After a decade or more of brutal human rights abuses under leader Mao Zedong, a new leader with a new capitalistic answer for a failing socialist system unleashed an unexpected desire to shed the drab shroud of Mao in favor of a free and colorful future. His name was Deng Xiaoping, but it was the General Secretary of the Communist Party, Hu Yaobang, who was the sympathizer to the students in favor of true reform and was considered a leader in these efforts. The more conservative elements of the party soon purged him from government. It was, however, after his death on April 15, 1989, 2 years after being publicly shamed by the party, that is regarded as the catalyst for the largest public protest in the modern memory of China. Tiananmen Square quickly filled with students, demanding reforms, yet strangely, in a joyous and almost festival-like atmosphere. The crowds continued to grow, and though nervous, the common attendee was noticeably emboldened. On May the 20th, martial law was declared, and troops moved onto the streets of Beijing and toward the square. And on June 3rd, Deng Xiaoping gave the order to clear that square by 6 a.m. the following morning. Chaos and shooting commenced, and thus the massacre had begun. The total number of dead is information censored to this day, but many insist that it reaches well into the thousands. On June 6th, one man had reached his limit and made a brave stand, one that many remember and may well have cost him his life. A proud nod to the power and truth of inalienable rights and to those who stand for them, those like Tank Man. "32 years later, a father shares these memories with his artist son, and together they embark on a project of remembrance."
My name is Pete Cato. The idea for Tank Man really came over the last year. I've been reflecting a lot about 1989. That was the year I started my business, the year I was married. And it was really a transformative time for the world. The wall in East Germany fell, Tiananmen Square happened. So yeah, it was really transformative. And of course, Tank Man was really a symbol of that. He stood there the day, after the massacre, and he became a symbol of the individual.
Hi, I'm Grant Cato. I started painting when I was 20 years old. I got into it for self-expression, but soon learned it was a passion. I started out in abstract art, but recently I've gotten into realism. As I began my research, the Uyghur situation in Xinjiang piqued my interest. I couldn't believe the similarity between the Uyghur detainment and the detainment of the Jewish people in the 1940s. And now, the freedom of the people of Taiwan and Hong Kong seem to be in peril as well. Tank Man stood in front of a column of tanks and refused to back down to the destruction of inalienable rights. Those are rights given to each human being by his or her creator. I think everyone should remember Tank Man, what he stood for, even if no one knows his real name. If you like this video, the message, and this painting, please be sure to share with family and friends. Thank you.